Right now, Pittsburgh's best sports show is about to begin. Call us or tweet us. We got things to talk about on the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call.
All right, Ken, thanks very much. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to a Tuesday night edition of the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call right here on Pittsburgh's CW. Bob Pompeani, flanked by Paul Zeise tonight of the Post-Gazette, and you. So call us at 412-575-2600 on the Bordas and Bordas hotline. We'll also take your tweets at KDPomp, at Paul Zeise. A lot of trending topics in Pittsburgh sports today. The biggest one was Ben Roethlisberger, who late in the practice today at Latrobe Memorial High School Stadium Field took an accidental shot. Quarterbacks are not supposed to hit by anybody in practice, and he followed through, made a pass completion, did not suspect that he would be hit. It was just an accidental hit, couldn't tell who by, and he ended up going down, hit his head. There was a little whiplash, was 10-2, taken out of practice, seemed to be okay, but he is in protocol. But Paul Zeise of the Post-Gazette, 93.7 The Fan, and he wasn't going to play anyway on Thursday, and neither is Landry Jones. You're going to see Dobbs and you're going to see Rudolph. First of all, your take about, it's funny, Roethlisberger's incident happens a day after Todd Haley and Greg Williams get at it in Cleveland because Greg Williams, one of his defenders, hit Baker Mayfield, and Haley and Williams start screaming, and I wonder if that's part of hard.
Well, I think that's what's funny to me is that was the whole thing, with Buddy Ryan. Remember, Buddy Ryan used to do the same thing. It sounds like Greg Williams is, doing, this kind of thing up in Cleveland, trying to get the competition between the offense and defense going. I didn't see the hit. Were you there, Bob? Did you see the hit?
I was there, but then I went back to our live location, so I did not see.
Because did he just get knocked over by accident?
It was just an accident. You'll see. We have some video at 11 o'clock on KDKA.
I was just wondering. But
it wasn't anything. It was an
accident. These things happen, and you're playing football at the end of the day. I don't think it's that. It doesn't sound like it's that big of a deal, and they weren't going to play him anyway. So I think it's interesting that Green Bay's going to play Aaron Rodgers.
That was his choice. He's got to get some action in. It's funny how this goes because a lot of players do not play. New England and Tom Brady seem to like to play. They want to get as many reps. Remember last year, Brady played into the third quarter of 2 different games.
Which I don't understand. Which I don't understand, but whatever. I think it is a thing about this preseason game. I think it's pretty cool that they're going to give Dobbs and Mason Rudolph all of the snaps, because that's what we want to see. Really, and that's what they should want to see. They know what they have in Landry Jones. They've got 2 veteran guys. They know what they have, so yeah.
Yeah, and that'll be good. You'll see it on KDKA-TV beginning at 8 o'clock. Our coverage begins at 7:30, so join us for that, and that's the best way to get an indication of how those guys are going to do. Landry Jones is the backup, make no mistake, so those 2 are set. They're going to keep 3, not 4. So most likely it's Mason Rudolph. It would be shocked if it was Dobbs, but Dobbs is playing for a job somewhere else potentially, and he knows how important that is. Also today, Bud Dupree.
Is Dobbs going to start?
I think so.
And then Rudolph, okay.
Yeah, so Rudolph will come in.
I wonder, I would like to see Rudolph play against the better players too.
I said that to Charlie Batch the other day. I'd like to see him with the first team and just see what happens.
See what happens.
And maybe they'll do that in one of the following 2 games. Both of those games will be at Heinz Field. Bud Dupree came out of concussion protocol. He will play on Thursday, and they need a big year out of him. The Steelers banked heavily that he would have a big 5th year. They picked up the option for $9.5 million next year, so they're hoping this thing works for him, and they need pressure. Now let's talk about the Pirates, because they completed their trade today for Chris Archer, who will pitch tomorrow in Minnesota, and they had to give up already. You knew it was Austin Meadows, Tyler Glasnow, and today we found out it was their #1 pick from last year, pitcher Shane Baz. He has a really good arm. He's ranked as the Pirates' 4th best prospect. So, Paul, now when you analyze that trade, what do you think?
It's what you have to do. That's the price of doing business. And I think the other thing about it, there are actually some people who are upset about losing this, what is he, a single-A pitcher still, right?
Yeah, he's at least 4 years.
Exactly. What? 4 years from now, the team is going to be completely different.
Right, and I've been critical of them not giving up pieces like this. So when they do, I'm not going to criticize them. I think that's what it took to get Chris Archer.
If that was the price, that was the price. I mean, to me, you know what? Sometimes you have to overpay. And we've been saying this for how many years? You have to overpay to get what you want in baseball.
Had they done this in 2015, they might have added on to a 98-win team, or at least maybe won a championship. Who knows? That remains to be seen because it never did happen. So we'll talk also about Pitt, Penn State. It's sold out. We'll get your take on that. If you have a call, this is your place to do it. Call us at 412-575-2600. And tonight we do have a sizzling shot for you presented by Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. High five to a local golfer who made a hole-in-one. The Sizzling Shot is brought to you by Ruth's Chris, 6 PPG Place downtown, home of the sizzling steak done right. You'll find out who it is coming up later right here on this program.